Okay, so here as we enter episode 16, we are going to be taking things up a notch. Now, we are a little concerned about Scotland here. And the reason for that is because Scotland no longer at war with anybody. So presumably their 7,000 troops are at home. And we know that they could target any of these territories with de jure claims. Probably Teviotdale would be the first one they would go after, but potentially also Clydesdale could be a target. So there's that. There's also the small chance that they might take a shot at England while there's an English revolt going on. But we're going to attempt to ignore Scotland for this episode, and instead we're going to target something else. Down in Ireland, we have the county of Dublin, which is under the control of the Duchess of the Countess of Login. Um, the Duchy of Login does not currently exist and does not include those two counties. She has an army strength of about 3,000, but far more interesting for us is her allegiance with the King of Norway, meaning that any war with her probably would drag in the King of Norway. And the King of Norway, despite having the great title, the King of Norway, also only has about 3,000 men. So my theory is that if we attack Dublin, we could potentially drag him into a war down in Ireland, where we could beat up his military strength, and then potentially uh, turn against him by declaring an invasion war and try to seize all of Norway at once, assuming that's how invasion wars work. I'm not entirely certain, and I have never launched an invasion that way in my previous playthrough of the game. So it could be just a little bit interesting for us for right now. But that's what I think we're going to do. We currently have a military strength of about 4,600 that we can call upon, so enough to take care of her forces. And then potentially we could call in the vassals for backup if Norway actually shows up. But that's the plan. First, though, we're going to have a feast. Because there is one thing that I need to do that I have not done, and that is I need to check on my heir here. You see, he's 22. He has a daughter who I've never met, and she is 1. And she's named after another one of my kids. Okay, in a couple of years, we'll need to make sure that we get her assigned to a proper guardian, because she will become the primary heir. Now, he's not. Earl Garrick is actually our grandson. He's the son of Gilroy. Gilroy died very early on, and we had nothing to do with him choosing his wife. And he's chosen a Welsh lady of not much distinction here. So, I mean, that was unfortunate, but he's grown up as a soldier, so he doesn't have much stewardship of his own. This could be tough on us. He does have a claim on the barony of Osona, which I'm not really sure what the barony of Osona is. I'm going to assume it's not terribly important. His domain score is currently 1. So hopefully he'll gain some experience ruling that county. He's been there since he turned 16. And that'll help out. I think I've also got him as one of my marshals, or not marshals, but commanders. So that'll be fun. That's right, we're going to have a feast. So, going to set up the feast. Okay, somebody died. All right, we got stuff going on over here. I've got 4,000 men from England. Oh, but they're chasing rebels. So that's probably... So they're not invading Scotland, which would have been something that would potentially have pulled us off of our Dublin plan. All right, feast is on, 15th of January. Gain the kind trait. This is the problem with successful rulers. All right, feast is over. So now we need to consider what happens next. All right, I became King of Ireland 1146. So in 1156, I could potentially change the laws to primogeniture. Except that I don't have high realm authority, so I probably won't be able to do that. But right now, elective's not hurting us. Everybody is voting for Gillick. Of course, these are all people. Well, Fingulla's our brother's daughter, it's our niece. All the people are, still grateful for having gotten power. Later on, as time goes by, that may change. All right, so here goes. We're going to de jure claim on Login. And again, I'm fully aware that they have an alliance with okay, they have this army, which I'm not entirely sure how it's going to go. I need to get my spy master out of here. He's really causing more trouble than he's helping. Let's go spy on the Scots. All right, so they're going to unify their 2,000 men about here. And that's fine with me. Alright, I think they're going to go and besiege Kildare. And if that's the case, hold you off here. March you to Breffin. Okay, they're going to go to Connacht. Okay, we didn't quite get away. She's called in Norway. Norway will show up by boat. And again, I'm gambling on here. So he's only got about 4,000 men. So I'm going to go ahead and raise everybody else. I want you guys to all meet at Ulster. You too. All right, let's see how this goes. Come on. There, it made it. Oh, go away, Strathern. Aha. Okay, Norway's boats are right here. It tells me Norway is going to land either in Connacht or in Thurmond. So now we're going to unify everybody. Hopefully in Breffin. Yeah, there's 733 Norwegian troops. Okay, you're going to wait for the... Come on, guys. Let's go. Thank you. Merge everybody into the big army. Now, where are you going? Okay. That's where we're going. Okay, here's 159 more men, probably from Orkney. Okay, now these login types here. Okay, here's 319 more Norwegians. Okay, it looks like they found something they can besiege. Okay, I see more. Don't know why they haven't. Okay, they're kind of trickling in. Ah, there we go. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Yeah, yeah. All right, now they have a real siege of Connacht going. Ah, now they've got all their Norwegian guys together. Okay, Scotland has gotten agitated. What's Scotland up to? Okay. Evidently, Scotland is interested in excommunicating a Welsh duke who has, as far as I'm concerned, no real value to them. But at least it reminds us, at least that, we can say that we were right about the entire Scottish army being ready to go. Okay, we got a bunch of titles hanging out here. All right, Gilroy. All right, got Dermid available now. Master of the Horse. Um, it's interesting. He's in hiding. You're not exactly a cavalryman. You are. Keeper of the Swans. We don't need a court jester. And the Ageless Wonder at doing her bit. Okay, so we're going to be fighting the Norwegians here. Actually, I'm not really sure who we're fighting. Okay, well, I just know that they reinforced, and it didn't seem to make much difference. I'm thinking there were Norwegians in there. I'm all for beating up on the Norwegian army. Oh, now the Norwegians are besieging Clydesdale. That's fine. They're not going to achieve anything there before I do this Dublin stuff. I think they even realize it. They're moving further south. Okay, so now they've decided to reinforce Ulster, which is fine. So I can just take that. Yeah, it's great. Okay, so now Dublin is ours. Oh, our regent friend died. So who would be our next good regent friend? I've got a couple of really good candidates. I'm going to go with my niece. She'll probably appreciate that. Okay, we'll need to wait for any enemy presence to leave the homeland. And then we will mess with that. But in theory, all the Scottish troops should be down here messing around. So, I mean, we could try to poach the Duchy of Mumu here. Not the Duchy of Mumu, Isle of Man. You, my friend, I'm going to have you do something unusual. I'm going to send you far to the north. Okay, so we'll be able to get those levies back. I'm kind of at 10-year, I think I'm at 10-year pieces with everybody, right? Although she's 58, she might pass before that. He won't. All right, now I've got options here. That's going to cool down over time, hopefully. Duchy of Meath, 110 gold. Do it. All right, so now I don't have to worry about having too many duchy titles at the moment. And I think we can quite comfortably move into having a feast. The only issue is this war. Okay, it's already a 49% war score, so I'm not... He's got 10,000 troops these days. All right. What do I want to do here? The problem with just declaring war for the Isle of Man is that by the time that we would be done sieging the Isle of Man, it still probably wouldn't be enough for 100%. We'd have to go to up here, and then he'd probably show up back from here, and it would get messy. But at 60 years old and in control of 7,000 odd men. Okay, well, I'm not really too concerned about Teviotdale and Desmond. What's Mercia up to? Where is Mercia? There they are. Okay, they are also unhappy about the excommunication war. I'm thinking Glanmorgan is done for, so I'm not feeling much need to jump in either for him or against him. I've got what? Well, you're a different guy. Okay, I've not seen that before. Okay, we're going to go grab military organization here. Well, since you're new, you don't want to come in? Okay. Oh, it is the same guy. You're just older. All right, well, then we'll leave this area alone for a little while. Then I guess it's time to launch the great plan that may not work. Now, the Pope doesn't want us to do it, so it looks like we're... Looks like we're struck out on that one. Which I guess brings up the fact that we haven't really... Oh wow, there's an anti-pope? Well, that's not good. Okay, 250 gold is a little bit expensive for just making friends. But since our invasion of Norway is evidently not going to come off, we need a new plan of action. So I'm going to continue with my current plan of action, which is to invade Norway piece by piece. I think that claiming Orkney is getting ahead of myself. And it may very well be. I'm also 60 years old. If I'm going to do anything about this Isle of Man claim, I kind of need to do it sooner rather than later. And I probably need to get some control of my court. Gavin has been unmarried. So fix that. Oh, Uncle Bermudo is unmarried. My aunt died. Did not know that. Now, this lady. Works for me. Let's see here. Oh no, Ranald became incapable. That's not cool, Ranald. Five-year-old courtier. I just married you to somebody, didn't I? Yep. 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 That's right, you're waiting. Oh, she's my wife. So. Married her to somebody. Wait. She just came of age. All right. Still need to... Hey, buddy. Don't want you. So we'll set you free. Matthew de Carrick, you are... Oh, you're one of those. And by one of those, I mean he's illegitimate. Yeah, he's related to us, but he's not really related to us. See if there's any women in court. There are not. So we will go outside of court, grab somebody. And I think that takes care of cleaning up the court. Make sure I don't have anybody else languishing in the dungeon. I'm just not quite ready for the big throwdown with Scotland. I guess. I mean, I have a military strength of, you know, potentially 6,200 men, somewhere close to 9,000 if I was to raise everybody from everywhere. And then I can hire mercenaries to the tune of, you know, around 4,000 more men. So I could raise about 13,000 men. Thing is, if I was going to do that, I would need to go after a big target. There's not really one. I guess the closest thing would be the Duchy of Moray. Okay, we're going to go ahead and hold a feast. Since our invasion of Norway plan was smacked down by the Pope, although he did kind of just want money. Oh, gosh. Give guys titles and they don't appreciate you anymore. You know, we made friends, lost friends. Gained some prestige. All right, let's slow down time for just a bit here. As I'm thinking this is our last chance to declare war on Scotland for any reason. The only reason I've got is to claim the Isle of Man. So that's what we're going to do. I'll tell you what, we're going to keep letting the levies recover. I've got to imagine that this war is over. Yeah, Glenmorgan clearly has, things have been decided here. He's not at war with anybody. So my feeling, okay, yeah, their army's starting to emerge. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go through the end of this year, maybe have another feast, keep letting our troops, our troop numbers refill, and find a new steward. Oh. Oh, that stinks. He is nowhere near as good as the last guy was. Okay, so some hedge knights have shown up. And I spend some money on them in order to gain some prestige. Oh, and we're down to Merchad. Give Bishop Torkel a chance. Okay, and make Ewan a commander. Let's go see Ewan here. And there we go. Oh, Ewan's a good one too. So that was a good acquisition. Carrick is almost up to its normal limit. Same with Alright, so you gain 10 more prestige. Thurmond is ready to go. Okay, I've got a fight between a guy with 13 skill, a guy who's just plain better. Got time for one more feast, and then we can indulge in some silliness. Keep getting turned down by Earl Matthew. Now I'm getting turned down by my grandson. That's not particularly helpful. How's my grandson's? She's 5. Okay, she's not. Okay. Here we go. A little bit of feasting, and then we are going to make our attempt at the Isle of Man while we have money and while our guy is old enough. I don't want him to just fall down dead and lose that claim. I figure around February will be good. All right. Here we go. Okay, you 3 guys. Get your butts to Galloway. You 2 guys. Get your butts to Galloway. You. Not exactly sure what's going to happen yet. Okay, let's see where. Okay, I see 4,000. I see 3 more thousand. I see a ship. All right, you guys. Here, you. I want you to go here for the time being. Okay. Now, these guys are okay. And the guys Carrick. You guys your job is to get yourself over reinforce. Um, so I'm going to send you 2. Don't screw with me right now. Kind of in the middle of a war here. Oh yeah, and this war will be the last thing that we do here, since okay. 68% seems like a rather high war score for this. But okay. He's still got 4,000 men. My guess is he'll decide to besiege something. We'll just have to go beat him up again. Oh no! Wait. You guys need to just be patient. Being marshal is really not all it's cracked up to be. I saw that. Oh, Alice died of pneumonia. That's not good. Yeah, stop. I get it. We're doing a siege in winter, and it's not necessarily the best time to do sieges. Okay, we've lost another marshal. And they took time to raise more troops in the Isle of Man. Okay, well, yeah, there we go. Yes, I get that. That's why I sent you there. Also keep an eye on the Scots. That's nice. Okay, Bishop, might need you. Okay, so falling back in love with their wife, I think. Sign a guardian. All right, and either this this will bring our campaign to an end, or we'll have to go and beat up their army again. It's like it's beating up the army again. Okay. This has been a weird day. Not exactly sure what I want you to do. So I'm going to send you to Kildare and make friends for now. All right. We've got Lennon, the commander. Need to go. Okay, I've got relatives I don't recognize. Oh. Oh, wow. That didn't gain us any war score. Well, that's disappointing. This didn't gain us any war score either, but I wasn't really anticipating it would. Thank you. And finally, we have bearded one of the cruel leaders of Scotland. For the first time in a while. Taking back what was ours. Although it was a fairly lengthy time ago that it was ours. Okay, cost us 400 gold and some mercenaries that I don't think ultimately needed. Or we probably needed them, but you know. So that means that we can give away another piece of territory. And since we're going to be working close to Scotland anyway, I think that the county of Thurmond is the natural choice to be given away, and the natural guy to give it away to. I think would be my marshal. And then I can assign him over here to the Duke of Mumu, and basically let him go into a nice happy retirement. And then I'm going to make my son here okay. Hold on a sec. All right, let's go ahead and usurp that duchy. And voila. All we need to do is appoint a new marshal. And again, because I prefer to appoint not the toughest guy, but just a good solid guy, send him to Dublin. That opens up a I don't know what your deal is. Oh, we're kind of in the realm of the minor leaguers here. Okay, we'll make Lulak a commander. Oh, he's real good. And we'll go ahead and grab one more. And we'll make Macbeth a commander. And I think we'll call it quits there. So we're in good shape now. We've taken Scotland on one, which means that we might have a good chance to do that again if we can find something else to claim, or if we can find Scotland getting into a bit of trouble. We still have some wars to clean up down here in southeastern Ireland, but we'll wait for those truces to run out, and we'll just kind of quietly build up our strength here. And I'll see you guys next time.